What up, y'all? I know not everyone feels like listening to a 40+ minute poll plans video for the month, so I broke it up to abbreviate my thoughts in a more easily digestible way. I know half of y'all, though, ain't subscribed, so go ahead and do that. Like the video, leave a comment with what you think about the upcoming content and your plans as well. And if you want to see the whole video, I'll be providing a link to that as well. Check that out for sure. Thanks a million, and now let's get into what you're really here for, alright? Hype of the month, Garland. Ooh boy, Garland, he's getting LD boards, baby. His LD becomes a double HP attack, his overhead lasts longer, and his granted buffs get +1, which functionally means he gets 3 turns of his delay buff instead of the usual 2. It didn't have upkeep issues after his LD came out, but even more so now. He's just gonna be delaying every turn. He gets an extra 10% brave damage up for overhead stack up to 50%, and his follow-up becomes he gets a new follow-up, I should say, that becomes a double brave plus HP every time after he does an HP attack. It's pretty strong. His calls kind of suck because they don't delay, because he doesn't have delayed buff start. But his first call is skill 2, with it gets up to 30% attack and embrave each per turn you take. And his LD call again, it's an aura defense / speed down up to 20% defense down and 30% speed. Not really top pick, no delay. Seriously, just very disappointing. His burst, however, is the real good stuff. It's great for delays during the burst phase, for one, and the effect is stack-based, and the stack goes up every time a party member acts, and it resets when the enemy gets a turn. It's perfect for burst stacking, and summon, drop the Garland friend in here, make him do his burst attack, and then have your party member go into burst. Garland does the premium premium friend unit for a while now. At max stacks, however, it's 50% brave damage up, 30% HP damage up. Already like crazy. 40% brave damage cap up, stolen overflow up 40%. This is utterly ridiculous. He is truly a godly friend unit. Come in, delay him, go nuts with the damage at 5 stacks. Insane. If you got Garland's burst, keep him up as a friend unit for a very long time. His high armor is the damage one. It's already existed, but if you didn't know, get this, please. On the other banner, we have 7, who is unfortunately a bit disappointing in my eyes. She gets a new LD, it's a double HP attack with splash, and it brings her snake bite stats up to 3, and she gets a new buff. It's pretty decent, actually. Gets a party overflow attack up, and party brave and HP damage up, and she gets a single use HP plus after using his LD. It's a single target, brave plus HP with splash, and it gets a temporary buff called capture whip. It does a follow-up after anyone acts, which can be friend or foe. It unfortunately doesn't continually go off in burst phase. You can't abuse it like Kryl or Yang in the future. And it's attack-based brave damage reduction, kind of like X-Death, and it's an AoE attack. And the buff also provides speed down 10%, attack down 40%, party brave damage up 20%. So she's got a theoretical high damage phase of 40% brave damage up for 5 turns for the party. Okay, her call ability is her skill 2, and it double taps assuming she's purple with debuff start, so it can attack the one with snake bite up. But I think the debuff application on her debuff start is random, so this kind of, you don't even know if you're going to guarantee the double attack, which really sucks. Unless it's single target, I guess. And her LD call is, I'm going to stretch here and say that it's comparable to Jack's LD call, sorta. Because Snake Bite is 50% defense down. And the effect on the LD call is 20% brave damage up plus overflow. So you could put this on someone slow and benefit, I suppose. But Snake Bite only being single target kind of sucks. So really, still not as good. Her high armor is the debuff armor. So you have a functional 70% defense down single target when she's on the team, which is good, I guess. What do I think overall, though? Garland got the juice. That follow-up amps his damage to acceptable levels, and all the good things about him are still there. Constant delays, aura defense and speed down, and decent damage. Although he's not a primary damage dealer, he's mostly there for his utility, but he does okay damage as well. His burst aura, however, brings him to a whole new level. That burst phase is nuts. At the same time, it's not necessary, though. I never had his burst in JP, and I did fine even in Transcendence. But he's a stellar friend unit, like I mentioned earlier, and good in the party for crowd control. 7, she's a decent aura bot. Single target defense down is cool. She got some stuff, and the LD buffs are nice, but in my opinion, it's not enough, especially in the face of, we just got Sarah, and Sarah honestly kind of outclasses her, except for the defense down aspect, and I guess it could be argued that 7 can do more brave damage and attack on the team than Sarah, but I think Sarah's positives outweigh 7 positives, so I can't really recommend 7. And on that note, I already have Garland's LD. Am I pulling? 7 doesn't look like a great look, honestly. I think she deserves a bit more. Again, either a stronger LD or a rework, or both. I pulled her in JP, but I actually never used her. I think I only just recently used her as a call, maybe. I'm skipping this one. Sorry, she's second best Type 0 girl. Maybe I'll get you going for Orin in the future, but I'm not holding my breath. If I don't get Garland's burst in this cycle, I'd pity it on Ferris's banner, but I'll explain that later. Reruns in the future, just to be aware of. Garland reruns when he gets burst plus alongside Rose's LD, and 7 reruns along Orin's LD, which is gaining hype traction. And on the secondary, Titus BT banner with RCL she reruns. So it's I think it's one banner, it's Titus LD and Aerith LD, and on the other banner, it's RCL LD and 7's LD. Not a super attractive banner at that point. Not doing her any more favors, but just by rerunning twice already. As for the fight, it's the Kaiser Behemoth, the one that is from 13, I believe, and it stands up eventually and gets stronger. It's Holy Dark Absorb. Sorry, Cecil. It's Fire Weak, probably to sell Ignis, who's coming in between. And it's immune to Paralyze, Embrave and Eyebrave Down, Rip Belial, and Imperil. There's no launch here either. And the delay orb is plus 15 on a delay, I believe, to sell Garland. And the Warrior Light mannequin has its LD attack, and it opens with that as well. So if it goes off, be prepared to deal with it. Either cleanse the lock off, or actually it might kill you if you're not careful. So just if you can prevent the Warrior Light mannequin from getting a turn, do so. Probably most will no turn this dude because it's just toxic when it gets turns. It's usual Kaiser Behemoth stuff. It stands up eventually and it cleanses, and then you gotta hit it even harder. The Warrior Light mannequin comes back eventually, but I don't know the condition. But take him out as soon as possible. Don't get nuked. There is a magic counter while it's on all fours, so unless you do enough damage before it stands up via a friend unit, do not bring magic. It's just not a good idea. And the Imperial immune, you just mostly just brave damage and defense down are the ways you want to amp up your damage here. Who am I running? I'm thinking Garland, Aranea, and Ramza. There's buffs on this team, plus debuffs, and delays should make this cake. Drop the Jack Call in the second phase with Arenea's Vital Crusher up, and Garland's defense down, and Ramza's got the defense down and the attack up. Oh, we're gonna be doing all kinds of damage. Yeah, should make this cake. Not a terrible fight by any means. And that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed the clip and found it informative. I do try my best, generally. If you haven't already done so, please like the video, comment what you think and your plans, and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more great content. The full video is linked, so check that out as well. Continue showing love. Good luck, everybody. Peace.